Jai Srimanarayana. Hello everyone. I'm the Pauranika. Today let's learn the story of Vyasa's birth. Sage Vyasa was born out of the union of Sage Paraasara and Ma Satyavathi. The story of Paraasara is a pretty interesting one. Once upon a time in the kingdom of Kanyakubja, there lived a king called Gadhi. He was the son of a great king by name Kusika. Gadhi had a valorous son by name Viswamitra. One day, Viswamitra goes on a hunting expedition along with his ministers and army. He chases an animal, gets tired and stops near an ashrama. That ashrama happens to be the hermitage of sage Vasista. Upon seeing Viswamitra and his entourage, Vasista invites them in and hosts them with great foods and offers them fine jewelry and excellent garments. Viswamitra gets surprised at the hospitality of Vasista Mahamuni and asks him how could he do that. Then sage Vasista tells him that he has a wish-granting cow called Nandini. On hearing about the cow, Viswamitra wishes to have it for himself and asks Vasista to give it to him in exchange for 10 crore cows. Vasista declines the offer as the cow is dedicated to the service of God. Viswamitra gets angry and tries to take the cow by force. Nandini then rushes towards Vasista and asks him if he is sacrificing her and why isn't he doing anything to stop them. Then Vasista responds that he isn't sacrificing her and if she is capable, she can fight them and stay back. Then Nandini creates armies of soldiers from her body and those soldiers defeat the army of Viswamitra. An agitated Viswamitra then attacks sage Vasista with many astras, shastras, arrows and javelins. And Vasista blocks them all with his simple staff. Then Viswamitra realizes that his physical strength is no match to Vasista's spiritual strength and takes up sainthood. He makes it his mission to hurt and defeat Vasista and he finds such an opportunity once in the form of King Kalmashapada. Kalmashapada, a king of Ikshvaku lineage, once goes for hunting. There, he comes across a very narrow path. While walking in that path, he comes across a sage who is walking in the opposite direction. An argument takes place between them on who should make way for the other. In that moment, out of arrogance, Kalmashapada picks up his hunter and beats the sage. The sage gets angry and curses Kalmashapada to become a man-eater as he had behaved like one. The sage is Shakti, the firstborn of sage Vasista. Viswamitra, who happens to be there in the vicinity, talks to a Rakshasa named Kinkara and makes him enter the body of Kalmashapada and leaves from there. That Kalmashapada, possessed by the Rakshasa, takes the lives of Shakti and all the sons of Vasista Mahamuni. Vasista returns to his hermitage to find his sons dead. He tries multiple times to take his life but fails every time. He then realizes that his son Shakti's wife Adrisyanti is pregnant with a boy and decides to live for him. One day, in a forest, when Kalmashapada tries to attack Vasista and his daughter-in-law, Vasista sprinkles water on Kalmashapada and breaks the curse. Then, the king returns to the kingdom and Adrisyanti gives birth to a boy. That boy is Shakti's son, Vasista's grandson, Paraasara, who later gives birth to Vyasa. Now, let's learn the story of Vyasa's mother, Satyavathi. Once upon a time, there was a great king by name Vasu. He does a great penance and the world starts trembling due to the energy generated by his penance. Then, Indra descends to earth and gives him a boon. He offers his friendship to King Vasu and gives him a plane with wings that can take him anywhere he desires. He also gives him a garland called Vaijayanti Mala that protects him from any injuries in battle, and also a staff that upholds dharma and ensures prosperity. King Vasu then returns to his kingdom and starts a festival where they pray to the staff every year, and Indra himself comes to the festival in the form of a swan to accept their prayers. As King Vasu always used to fly in the plane given by Indra, he got the name Uparichara Vasu. In his kingdom, there is a divine river by name Suktimati. A mountain named Kolahala, who obtained consciousness, blocked her path. Then King Vasu kicked the mountain and made way for Suktimati to pass. The divine river then gave her daughter Girika to King Vasu, who took her as his wife. One day, Girika comes to King Vasu and tells him that her fertile period has started and expresses desire to obtain kids. However, at the same time, Vasu's father orders him to go for hunting to protect the people from wild animals. Vasu leaves for hunting. After a while, in the beautiful forest, he rests under a tree and a gentle breeze carrying the fragrances of flowers touches him. At that moment, he thinks of his wife and emits the essence of life. He decides not to waste his wife's fertile period. So, he packs it in leaves, asks an eagle to hand it over to his wife. The eagle flies in the sky with the packet, and another eagle thinks of it to be a piece of flesh and attacks it. In the fight, the packet falls in the water and an apsara in the form of a fish swallows it. One day, few fishermen catch the fish and they find two beautiful human babies inside the fish. They get surprised and they take the babies to the king. The king adopts the boy, and the leader of the fishermen named Dasa adopts the girl and names her Satyavathi. She grows up to be a beautiful girl and leads her life rowing a boat. One day, Shakti's son Paraasara sees Satyavathi in the banks of Yamuna and expresses his desire for a union with her. Satyavathi hesitates and says that this may cause great disrepute in her family. Then Paraasara says that even after their union, she would still remain a virgin. Upon the union, in an island, Satyavathi immediately gives birth to a dark-skinned boy who was named as Krishna Dvaipayana. He later divides the Vedas and earns the name Vyasa. For the detailed story of Paraasara, Satyavathi and Vyasa, click on the links given below, and to learn Mahabharata as written by sage Vyasa, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Jai Shriman Narayana.
Thank you.